me, 35, a corporate titan. Glass walls cage my breathing soul. City lights blur into gray static. Silence rings loud in empty office. Coffee bitter, cold on my tongue. Spreadsheet columns define my entire worth. Numbers align, but I feel nothing. Phone buzzes, name flashes on screen. Him, the anchor dragging me down. Stare at the glowing letters, disgusted. He is a relic of weakness. 8 years of carrying dead weight. Memories fade into resentful, gray dust. Remember the day we first met. He had potential, or so I thought. Now he rots in my house. Domestic servant with no ambition left. I bought the cage he lives in. I pay for the air he breathes. He cooks, he cleans, he exists. Merely a shadow haunting my hallways. My success mocks his pathetic stagnation. Colleagues whisper about my house husband. Their pity feels like broken glass. I built this empire with blood. He watches TV while I bleed. Resentment boils in my empty stomach. Check the prenup mental file again. Ironclad, or so the lawyers said. Love is just a failing contract. Time to liquidate the depreciating asset. Heart beats slow, cold, and heavy. Drive home feels like a funeral. Luxury car hums a mournful dirge. Rain lashes against the windshield violently. World outside is drowning in gray. Pull into the driveway, gates closing. House looms dark, silent, and imposing. Windows like dead eyes watching me. Key turns in the lock smoothly. Step into the foyer, air stale. Smell of dinner rotting in kitchen. He sits there, waiting for me. Slumped shoulders, spine curved in defeat. Eyes hollow, void of any light. The physical reality of broken spirit. He looks up, fear in eyes. I see a dog, not man. Disgust rises bile in my throat. No greeting, just the heavy silence. Room feels colder than the grave. He offers wine, hand trembling slightly. I ignore the gesture, walking past. Heels click sharply on marble floor. Sound echoes like gunshots in dark. Retreat to the sanctuary of office. Close the door, lock it tight. Safe from his suffocating, needy presence. Breathe in the scent of money. Stare at the divorce papers again. Printed fresh, ink still smelling sharp. Dissolution of marriage, the petitioner is me. Logic dictates the removal of parasites. Hands stop shaking, resolve hardening now. Tomorrow I cut the infection out. Tonight I sleep in cold isolation. Dawn brings the sword of justice. I rise from silk sheets alone. Sunlight mocks the shadows in room. Inspect my face in the mirror. Flawless mask of cold, hard ambition. No trace of pity remains today. Apply lipstick, red as fresh blood. Armor for the final, brutal execution. Walk downstairs, heels clicking loud. Sound echoes like gunfire in silence. He is there drinking stale coffee. Slumped over the cheap wooden table. Mug shakes in his weak hands. He looks up, eyes red swollen. Morning, he mumbles, voice thick, weak. I do not answer his greeting. I place the envelope on table. Heavy thud echoes in empty room. He flinches like a beaten animal. What is this? He asks softly. Read it, I command, voice ice. Trembling fingers tear the paper open. Confusion morphs into raw, ugly panic. Divorce, he whispers, voice cracking apart. Get out, I say, pointing to door. But why? We can fix this. There is no we anymore, dear. You are a weight, I shed. He stands up, knocking chair over. Is there someone else? He pleads. Yes, I smile, cold and sharp. Her name is freedom and wealth. He stares, not understanding the words. Pack your bags and leave now. I have nowhere to go, he cries. Not my problem, I turn away. You have 1 hour, I warn. I retreat to the living room. Pour a glass of morning wine. Listen to his frantic, sad packing. Sound of a life being erased. Zipper closes on his pathetic clothes. Footsteps drag heavy down the hall. He appears, suitcase in his hand. I loved you, he says simply. I sip wine, looking through him. Close the door behind you, I say. He lingers, waiting for a crumb. I give him nothing but silence. Door clicks shut, he is gone. Lock turns with a satisfying snap. I am finally, gloriously, completely alone. Lungs fill with air of freedom. Rush to the kitchen, hidden drawer. Pull the ticket from velvet pouch. $9 million, safe and secret. Gold ink shimmers under kitchen lights. He never knew, he never will. Parents were right about him always. He was just a temporary mistake. Phone buzzes on the marble counter. Mother's name flashes on the screen. Is it done? She asks immediately. He is gone, I reply, smiling. Good, the money is ours now. He gets nothing, just as planned. Did you check the accounts again? Yes, hidden in the offshore trust. Smart girl, you learned from us. Come over, we must celebrate today. I grab my keys and purse. Leave the house of past failures. Drive fast towards the wealthy district. Engine roars like a conquering beast. The world is mine to buy. No more compromises, no more sharing. Arrive at the gated estate driveway. Iron gates swing open for me. Parents wait on the grand porch. Father holds a bottle of champagne. Mother waves, face twisted in glee. I step out, heels on stone. Free at last, father booms loudly. And rich, I add, hugging him. Cork pops, foam spills on ground. We toast to the golden future. Did he suspect? Mother asks sharply. Not a clue, I laugh coldly. He thinks he is just unlovable. Perfect, father grins, teeth showing yellow. We protected the asset, he says. That prenup was a genius move. I pause, glass halfway to lips. The prenup, I ask, brow furrowing. Yes, the one we forced on him. To keep his hands off money. My money, I correct, voice sharp. Family money, father corrects, eyes narrowing. Whatever, it is safe from him. Sun feels warmer on my skin. Victory tastes like expensive, cold champagne. We laugh, ignoring the looming shadow. Fate has a twisted sense of humor. But today, I am the queen. Call the lawyer, father commands then. Make sure the filing is sealed. Already done, I lie, feeling confident. Truth is, I just want it over. Paperwork is just a formality now. I check my phone, 0 messages. He has accepted his fate silently. Good, the dog knows his place. Let's go shopping, mother suggests brightly. New wardrobe for a new life. We spend thousands in an hour. Silk, leather, diamonds, gold, and fur. Swipe the card, feel the power. Sales clerks bow and scrape low. They smell the wealth on us. This is who I am now. Not a wife, but a goddess. Dinner at the most expensive place. Steak rare, wine vintage and red. Discussing travel plans for next month. Bali or Paris, I muse aloud. Both, father says, picking his teeth. We laugh again, loud and obnoxious. Other diners glare, we ignore them. They are peasants in our world. Drive home late, slightly buzzing drunk. House is dark, empty and quiet. No husband waiting up for me. No sad eyes asking for love. Just the silence of pure success. Throw the shopping bags on floor. Collapse onto the soft, expensive sofa. Pull out the ticket once more. Just to check it is real. Numbers match, life is truly perfect. Sleep comes easy, deep and dreamless. Waking up to a lawyer's call. Papers served, he says, voice dry. Excellent, when is the court date? Soon, he has a lawyer too. He can't afford one, I scoff. Pro bono perhaps, the lawyer suggests. Doesn't matter, you crush him completely. Understood, we proceed with the plan. Hang up, feeling a slight irritation. Why does he fight the inevitable? He should just disappear into dust. A fly buzzing in my ear. Time to swat him down hard. Days blur into a waiting game. I plan renovations for the house. Remove every trace of his existence. Burn the cheap furniture he bought. Paint over the walls he liked. Make it a palace for one. The court date arrives too slowly. I dress in white, feigning innocence. Victim of a dead, heavy marriage. Drive to the courthouse in style. Father and mother flank my sides. United front of wealth and power. See him in the hallway there, wearing a cheap, ill-fitting gray suit. He looks tired, older and gray. Lawyer stands beside him, young, sharp. That lawyer looks too confident today. A flicker of unease strikes me. Ignore it, I hold the aces. We enter the courtroom, heads high. Judge looks bored, shuffling the papers. Case number 402, bailiff announces loudly. We sit, the air smelling stale. My lawyer stands, smooth and slick. Irreconcilable differences, Your Honor, he states. Client seeks full separation of assets. An immediate eviction of the respondent. Husband's lawyer stands up, smiling slightly. We do not contest the divorce. I smirk, he gave up easily. However, the lawyer continues, voice steady. We contest the division of assets. My client has no assets, I hiss. Judge bangs gavel. Order, he warns. Proceed, the judge nods to him. We would like to introduce evidence. Exhibit A, the prenuptial agreement signed. Father stiffens beside me, breath hitching. Yes, we know it, my lawyer says. It protects my client's premarital assets. Indeed, the young lawyer agrees smoothly. But please read Clause 4, Section B. Acquisition of assets during the marriage. Silence hangs heavy in the room. My lawyer picks up the document, reads it, face turning pale white. What is it? I whisper harsh. He ignores me, reading it again. Well, the judge asks, looking impatient. It says, my lawyer's voice wavers. Any windfall is shared marital property, regardless of the individual acquiring it. Specifically includes lottery, gambling, and inheritance. The room spins, floor tilting sideways. I look at father, he freezes. Mother gasps, hand covering her mouth. That can't be right, I snap. You forced him to sign it. To protect us, father hisses back. We thought he was a gold digger. We wanted to trap his winnings. He never played, I scream internally. I won, it is my money. Husband looks up, eyes finally clear. He knows, somehow he knows everything. The young lawyer smiles at me. We request full financial disclosure now, specifically regarding a recent lottery win. $9 million hidden in accounts. My blood turns to absolute ice. How did they find the money? Trap snaps shut on my leg. Judge adjusts glasses, reading every line. Clause 7, Section B, Subsection 4. Lottery winnings are explicitly marital assets. Father stands up, shouting in coherent rage. We wrote that to stop him. It was for his gambling debts. Judge slams gavel, silencing the room. You wrote this to trap him. Now it has trapped your daughter. Husband sits silently, face unreadable stone. Lawyer places documents on the bench. Bank statements shine under harsh lights. Defendant concealed $9 million in offshore accounts. Funds moved 3 days before filing. Judge's eyes narrow behind thick glasses. Silence hangs heavy, choking the air. Concealment of assets is statutory fraud. California Family Code, Section 1101. My blood turns to absolute ice. Penalty is forfeiture of hidden assets. I try to speak, throat closes. I didn't know, I stammer. Lying to this court is perjury. Judge leans forward, voice like steel. I award full sum to plaintiff. 100% of lottery winnings. Effective immediately, plus all legal fees. The world turns black around edges. My knees hit the hard floor. Bile rises up in my throat. $9 million gone in seconds. Not just half, but every cent. Mother screams, a high piercing sound. You ruined us, she shrieks loudly. Father clutches his chest, face gray. We spent the retirement money already. We bought the beach house yesterday. I look up at my husband. He is signing papers with calm. He does not look back once. I also order repayment for condo. Defendant ejected plaintiff without due cause. Restitution for emotional distress and rent. Lawyer packs his briefcase with snap. We will be in touch shortly. They walk out the double doors. I am left on the floor. My family stares with pure hatred. You stupid girl, father whispers harshly. You signed our lives away today. Bailiff grabs my arm, pulling up. Clear the courtroom, he says gruffly. We stumble out into the hallway. Bright lights blind my swollen eyes. People stare at the broken family. Rain begins to fall on concrete. Cold water soaks through my blouse. Shivering violently, I unlock the car. Father refuses to get in front. He sits in back, dead silent. Mother weeps the entire drive home. The house feels empty and cold. Phone rings, it is the bank. Assets are frozen per court order. Transfer initiated to Mr. Husband's account. The line goes dead, silence returns. I walk into our old bedroom. His side of the closet empty. No clothes, no shoes, no trace. Only the smell of his cologne. I curl up on the bed. The sheets still smell like him. Pain rips through my chest again. I realize I am truly alone. Morning light burns my swollen eyes. House is silent like a tomb. Stomach twists with a sharp hunger. Walk to kitchen, bare feet cold. Fridge shelves are empty and barren. Power is cut, the bulb dead. Father stands in the narrow doorway, his face twisted in pure disgust. Get out of my house now. You are a disgrace to us. I stare at him, mouth open. But I have nowhere to go. He throws a heavy bag forward. It hits my chest with force. Not my problem anymore, you traitor. Mother stands behind him, turning away. She refuses to look at me. I grab the bag, hands shaking. Front door slams shut behind me. Deadbolt turns with a loud click. Standing on porch, heavy rain falling. Water soaks my thin, cheap coat. Check my phone, battery is critical. Screen flickers once, then dies completely. Walk down the street, head bowed. Neighbors watch from behind their curtains. They whisper about the ruined woman. Feet drag on wet, rough pavement. No car, he took that too. Walk toward the center of town. Past the bank, enter the lobby. Teller looks at me with pity. Your accounts are all closed, ma'am. The debt was settled this morning. I leave, face burning with shame. Stomach cramps sharp against my ribs. Need to find a warm shelter. Sun sets, temperature drops very fast. Find a wooden bench near park. Newspaper blows against my freezing legs. Headlines scream about the court case. My name is printed in bold. Cheating wife loses everything in court. Pull the paper closer for warmth. Try to sleep, teeth chattering loudly. A shadow falls over me suddenly. Look up to see an officer. Move along, no sleeping here, miss. Stand up on stiff, numb legs. Walk into the darkness once more. See a diner with warm lights. Watch people eating through the glass. Waitress sees me staring, looks angry. She points to the no loitering sign. Turn away before she calls police. Find an alley behind the shops. Dumpster smell is thick and heavy. Cardboard box sits dry in corner. Crawl inside like a wounded animal. Close eyes praying for the end. Dreams are filled with his face. He is laughing at my misery. Wake up screaming into the dark. A rat scuttles across my shoe. Kick it away, sobbing in fear. Morning brings no hope, only hunger. Need water, throat is sandpaper dry. Find a fountain, water is warm. Drink until my stomach hurts bad. See a payphone on the corner. Do I dare call him now? No coins, cannot make the call. Sit on curb, head in hands. A car pulls up slowly nearby. It looks like his black sedan. Heart pounds against my bruised ribs. Window rolls down very, very slowly. It is not him, just strangers. They laugh and throw a cup. Soda splashes over my dirty clothes. Get a job, loser, one yells. Tires screech as they drive away. Sticky liquid attracts flies and ants. Wipe face with a dirty sleeve. Dignity is a distant memory now. Sunset casting long dark shadows. Shiver uncontrollably as temperature drops fast. Sticky soda freezes on my skin. Ants bite at my exposed neck. Scratch the skin until it bleeds. Need to find a safer place. Alleyway is too exposed to wind. Limp towards the old business district. City lights mock me from above. Smell of expensive food fills air. Stomach twists in a violent knot. See a discarded burger in trash. Reach for it with shaking hands. Rat jumps out and bites finger. Recoil in pain, dropping the food. Blood drips onto the dirty pavement. Wrap finger in a torn rag. Pain throbs in rhythm with heart. Continue walking, fueled by desperate hunger. Familiar building looms in the distance. It is my old office tower. Glass facade shines like a diamond. I used to own that penthouse. Now I cannot even enter lobby. Security guard stands by the door. He looks familiar, maybe old employee. Hide behind a large concrete planter. Watch the rich people come out. They look so clean, so perfect. A black car pulls to curb. My breath catches in my throat. It is a new model Porsche. Valet opens the door with respect. A man steps out looking sharp. Tailored suit fits his frame perfectly. It is him, it is Dan. He looks years younger, vibrant, alive. No stress lines on his face. He laughs at something Valet says. A woman steps out behind him. She is young, blonde, and glowing. She holds his arm with affection. They look like the perfect couple. Rage burns hot in my chest. That is my money he spends. That is my life he lives. Step out from behind the planter. Dan, I scream with raw throat. He stops and turns toward me. His smile fades into confusion. Security guard steps forward very quickly. Step back, ma'am, the guard warns. I ignore him, eyes locked on Dan. It is me, look at me. Dan squints, trying to see clearly. Recognition dawns in his dark eyes. He does not look sad, just cold. He whispers something to the woman. She looks at me with pity. Dan reaches into his suit pocket. My heart soars with sudden hope. Will he help? Will he save me? He pulls out a crisp banknote. He hands it to the guard. Keep this trash away from us. The words hit harder than fist. Guard grabs my arm with force. You heard him, time to go. Dan turns his back on me. They walk into the golden light. Glass doors slide shut behind them. Guard drags me toward the street. Throw me into the wet gutter. Land hard on my injured shoulder. Scream of pain is silent, breathless. Rain begins to fall from sky. Water mixes with the street filth. Lie there, unable to move limbs. The banknote flutters near my face. It is $100 bill. Reach out and grab it tight. It feels like burning hot coal. This is the price of life. Crawl toward the nearest liquor store. Push open the heavy glass door. Bell chimes above my dirty head. Clerk stares with open, naked disgust. Buy something or get out, bum. Slam the 100 on the counter. His eyes widen at the bill. Give me the cheapest vodka now. He snatches bill, tests the ink. Throws bottle into a brown bag. Shove the change into wet pocket. Walk out into the pouring rain. Find a dry spot under bridge. Twist the cap off the bottle. Smell of ethanol burns my nose. Tip head back, swallow the fire. Liquid razor blades slice my throat. Stomach cramps, then accepts the poison. World begins to spin and blur. Cold concrete feels warm against skin. Close eyes, darkness takes me down. Wake up to a heavy kick. Ribs crack under the steel toe. This is my spot, get lost. Scramble away on hands and knees. Reach for pocket, feel only emptiness. The money is gone, stolen away. Bottle is shattered on the ground. Blood mixes with mud on face. Stumble out into the bright morning. Sun hurts eyes, headache split skull. Stomach screams for food or drink. People walk past, eyes fixed forward. They look through me like glass. Spot a half-eaten burger in bin. Flies buzz around the stale meat. Hunger overrides the wave of nausea. Shove the garbage into my mouth. It tastes like ash and rot. Swallow it down to stop pain. A child points a finger at me. Mother pulls him away in fear. Don't look at him, let's go. Shame burns hotter than the alcohol. Wander toward the city center screens. Giant billboard lights up the sky. It is a picture of Dan. He smiles, holding a golden trophy. Entrepreneur of the Year, headlines read. He looks like a Greek god. I look like a dying animal. Spat at the image of him. Passers-by step back in pure disgust. Someone call the police on him. Run before the sirens get close. Hide in a narrow, dark alley. Cough until lungs feel like bursting. Spittle is red with fresh blood. Body is giving up, slowly dying. Lean against the damp brick wall. A stray dog approaches with caution. It looks as hungry as me. Extend a hand to the beast. It sniffs fingers, then licks them. First warm touch in long months. Tears cut tracks through the dirt. We sit together in the filth. Night falls again, cold and merciless. Shiver uncontrollably in the freezing air. Need more drink to stop shaking. But pockets are empty, just lint. Withdrawal begins to claw at brain. Skin feels like bugs crawling under. Scratch arms until they bleed raw. Shadows start to move and whisper. Hallucinations born of fever and thirst. See Dan's face in the shadows. He is laughing at my misery. Scream at the empty, dark air. Lungs burn like swallowing jagged glass. Legs buckle under the heavy weight. Hit the cold pavement with force. World dissolves into a black void. Mind drifts in a dark ocean. Memories replay the day of ruin. Dan grinning with the stolen cash. Hiding the money in my bag. Father finding it in the morning. His face twisted in pure rage. Get out and never come back. The door slamming shut for good. Scream silently in the endless dark. Sharp light pierces through the eyelids. Smell of antiseptic stings the nose. Beeping machines break the heavy silence. Try to move but limbs refuse. Restraints hold wrists to the metal. Panic rises in the chest immediately. Trapped like an animal in a cage. Heart monitor speeds up in rhythm. A figure stands by the door. Silhouette familiar in the blinding light. He steps closer to the bed. Gray hair and a weary face. Old eyes filled with unknown emotion. It is him, the tyrant returns. Terror freezes the blood in veins. Try to scream but voice fails. I didn't take it, I whisper. He reaches out a trembling hand. Flinch away from his coming touch, expecting a blow, not a caress. "Don't hit me," I beg softly. Tears well up in his eyes. Reality feels like another cruel trick. Is this death or a nightmare? He pulls a chair and sits. The silence between us is heavy. He places a photo on the bed. It is the picture of Dan. "We found the truth," he says. Words echo in the sterile room. Brain cannot process the sudden shift. 10 years of hell for nothing. Laughter bubbles up, hysterical and broken. Doctors rush in to sedate me. World fades to black once again.